Oh, it's on Facebook. Sweet. All right. So guess what? We have made it happen. It's been a challenge. It's been real. It's been really real trying to get this set up. But you know what? We're here now.
That's a cool one,
And it feels really good. We're streaming live on Facebook. Everybody, we're getting ready to talk about our drumming sounds business model. Get excited. Invite your friends. Monica, are you inviting people? Currently, yeah, like
I am not.
you're not. Okay, well, let's get the invites out. Let's get it going. We had to reboot our computer. Things are going wild here at Drumming Sounds World Headquarters. We had to do a complete reboot. A complete reboot. I don't know it's just wild and crazy stuff. But you know what? We're still excited to share with you this business model that we feel can affect your life. So it's affected our life, right, Monica?
Yeah.
Usually I call her Babe, but we're being professional here on Facebook.
That's fine.
It is? All right. Woo! Let's see. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the share screen here. And that's not going to work
Why?
because I don't have the, oh, what's that? Yeah, I don't have it up yet. The PowerPoint. There we go, right there. Ew, that's fun. Okay, here we go. Yeah, PowerPoint is coming up. Coming on up here. Okay, drumming sounds.
Oh, that's fine.
Answer questions.
Yeah. Take questions
Yeah, from the live audience. Also,
from the live studio audience.
from our live Facebook audience. So it's really challenging right now, you know, with all the different stuff that's going on all over the world, with this huge coronavirus scare and, you know, pandemic that is being broadcast all over. But you know what? We're still here. We're still facilitating circles. Did 2 today. So, you know, we're just going to focus on the positive that really helps us transform the density of human suffering into something more beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and get into sharing screen here. Let's see, where is it? That's not, oh, here it is right here. That's the one I want to share. Bam. Okay, now I'm up in the corner. And let me go to this so you all can see this part of it. All right. And are you able to share through my phone the on the other pages on my personal page or no?
This is your personal page.
Oh, okay. All right. So Monica says it is my personal page that it's being put live on. It's not drumming sounds, huh? Okay. Well, I guess we're sharing it to drumming sounds too. All right. So this is a wellness-based business opportunity, our 2020. And yeah, I'm very excited here to share this with you. This is something that we put together and feel very passionate about the opportunity to educate our audience and people in the community that are looking to get into a wellness-based business practice. So these are the 2 companies that we've had that have helped facilitate literally thousands of wellness-based events. Of course, drumming sounds, that's kind of our, I would say, foundational business. And then Wellness Sourcing, which is an experiential marketing company that was birthed out of drumming sounds in a need to facilitate drum circles for underserved populations living in low-income HUD housing communities. So Wellness Sourcing is this platform in which we enrich lives through partnering with Medicare brands. Today we did a program for Allwell, really amazing and super fun. We were able to go into a low-income HUD housing community and facilitate that sacred space. So in this webinar, we are going to share with you the 4 secrets that have allowed me and Monica. That's not a picture of me and Monica. I do not have hair like that. Neither does
I
Monica.
don't.
And Monica does not have bangs currently. So that's not a picture of us, but it is kind of a cool picture because it shows someone sharing a secret. And that's what we're going to share. The 4 secrets that have allowed me and Monica to have 2 successful wellness-based businesses without paying rent at a studio, without hiring trainers, or filling classes with students. That's what this business model can give you the opportunity to understand and effectively create a business for yourself. So our free gift to you at the end of this webinar, if you stick with us, we are going to give you an email proven sales script. This is a sales script that we've developed over years of calling companies and getting gigs, calling schools, getting gigs, calling hospitals, getting gigs, just you name it, those kind of populations. This is the sales script that we've used to get us into those institutions. And I am going to send it to you for free. Has made us hundreds of thousands of dollars over the many years of facilitating drum circles professionally. So it's been about 20 years. So yeah, it's great to be able to have your own business and transform lives. So the 4 secrets, whisper in the ear. What are the 4 secrets? Well, secret number 1 is making $100 an hour or more as a wellness practitioner in corporate wellness has never been easier. It's never been easier to make that kind of money that we know of anyway as a corporate wellness practitioner. Secret number 2, wellness-based events can be applied to almost any group, and we are living proof of that. Our business model has been used all over the United States. Our programs have been used all over the United States, and we facilitate for so many different diverse populations. Number 3, and this is one that takes a little bit of time to master, but lucky for you, we have mastered it, and that's learning the dialect of corporate clients. You're not going to go into a corporation and talk the same way that you would at a yoga retreat or a music festival. It's just not going to happen. Where are you going? Okay, Monica says she'll be right back. Okay, Monica says you didn't know that she's leaving, but I know she's leaving. And yeah, okay, she's going to come back. So anyway, learning the dialect of your corporate clients is very important. It's going to help you in your relationship to getting those corporate wellness programs, and learning to speak that language is extremely important. And learning that has actually not taken us a long time, but it is something that we've perfected over time. So secret number 4, the 4 pillars of a successful life, and that's purpose, travel, artistic expression, and financial resource. If you live by this measurement of success, you're going to have an enjoyable life, I promise you. So here's a little bit about our company. So wait here for a second. Oh, there's 2 participants on here. Yay! I have to video settings, I think it is. Let me check this real quick. No, that's not it. Okay. There we go. Great. Okay, now that's going to give me the ability to share the video with you. So this is a little bit about drumming sounds in our company. Big thing about this video that's really important is that you realize the amount of time that they gave us. See, most of the time when you go and you get...
We all have a connection to cancer. We all know survivors, and we all know people whose lives were stolen by the disease. This next story is about stealing those moments back through a form of therapy that has nothing to do with chemo or radiation. This is about finding inner peace by releasing your outer rhythm. Under a burnt orange sky in the West Valley at sunset, a fire swirls in the wind with the added rhythm of percussion. and peace.
Everybody take a deep breath. Pull it out with a big sigh.
If fire is symbolic of a burning will to live, then maybe music can unleash that will to live in the moment.
Again, deep breath.
Some of these folks don't know how many moments they have left.
I'm going through a lot right now.
In October, stomach pains for Donna West sent her to the doctor.
And then they found out that I had pancreatic cancer.
Say it with me.
Eva McComb's grandchildren don't know the whole story yet of why Grandma drives alone from L.A. to Goodyear every few weeks.
And I came down with peritoneal cancer, which is not that common.
Eva and Donna are doing everything they can with traditional medicine to fight their cancers. They're also experiencing something else, music therapy in Andrew Ecker's drum circle.
Let's do it together as a group. You're not alone.
Andrew is a professional drum circle facilitator with nearly 20 years experience. It's his passion and career. He leads hundreds of drum circles for all kinds of people, wounded veterans, Alzheimer's patients, even prison gangs.
3, sometimes 5 a day.
He comes here to the Cancer Treatment Centers of America on a regular basis.
We create a positive experience, an experience that's based around a very simple principle of love and healing.
Music therapy and the field known as health rhythms are part of an integrative approach to treatment.
One of the very unique aspects of our model of care is treating the whole person and not just the cancer.
In the circle, Andrew is 50% music teacher, 50% motivational speaker.
I said, are you ready? Yeah! Are you ready?
Yeah! And 100% connected to the group.
One more time, rumble! And stop! All right, this time we're gonna do a rumble. Then we're gonna put our hands in the air, and we're gonna say the words, "We are here!"
It was the first time that I've ever really been in a drum circle, but it was very spiritual.
It was something that I've always wanted to play with drums, and I've never been able to do it.
It's a lot of good karma in this place.
You know, we're gonna play our drums with love and healing in our hearts. And then that was the catalyst for dancing and for laughter and for people leaving the experience that they're having with cancer for a moment.
I asked Eva, could she leave behind her stage 4 cancer on this night?
Oh, yeah.
The healing power of music isn't fully known, but doctors do know communal activities, engaging with people, and relaxing can boost immune systems. And isn't that what we truly need? Any boost in life? Because there are no guarantees. There's only that fire, that spirit, to celebrate the moments we do have.
We are here!
I have to tell you, we were out there that night for the whole drum circle from start to the finish and then some after they all finished up. It was really powerful, and that outdoor setting doesn't look like it's on the campus of a cancer center, right? Eva told me that performing like that with those drums and in front of a supportive group was something on her bucket list. We certainly want to wish all those folks out there the very best.
So that's a little bit about Drumming Sounds, our company. We've had it for over 10 years now, professionally facilitating drum circles. It's been 20 years since started facilitating. So it was a hobby that turned into a passion, that turned into a career. This is a little bit more about us. Some of the keynote presentations that we've done, the Arizona Assisted Living Federation Association, Arizona Senior Center Association, the Arizona Activity Coordinators Association, the International Breathwork Foundation, Drum Circle Facilitators Guild, the Arizona Therapeutic Recreation Association, Arizona Spinal Cord Injury Association, the National Credit Union Education Foundation, National Federation for Families for Children's Mental Health. These are some of the corporate clients we worked with: United Healthcare, Cancer Treatment Centers, Bright Health, Bain, which is a large consulting firm, Native American Connections. I mean, the list is extensive. We have Charles Schwab, Caremore Insurance, the Havasupai Nation, worked with 6 different Native American tribes. These are the music festivals we've worked with: Lucidity, woo! Pot of Gold, Gem and Jam, Lightning in a Bottle, yeah, Symbiosis, a lot of major music festivals. Yeah, Beloved, woo! We love Beloved. Joshua Tree Music Festival, yeah, that is another really great music festival. So yeah, so we have a lot of fun out there.
Long Beach.
Love Long Beach. We have a lot. Yeah, we have a lot of fun out there, you know, going around, ministering to people through music and creating drum circles. It is a lifestyle. So much fun. So yeah, this is another video about the work that we did with in mental health. This is for the Children's and Families Mental Health Services. I'm going to go ahead and play the video for you. This was a keynote presentation that we did for them, put together by a friend of mine, Greg D. So hope you enjoy it. Another large national conference that we were
You know, most people that grow up the way that I do are in institutions. The earliest memories I have are being in the grocery cart, looking over my mom's shoulders while she shoplifted. You know, eventually I would be, you know, in the spoon with my dad, meaning I was using heroin with my father. My father died of cirrhosis of liver caused by hepatitis C, and my mom died of a cocaine overdose. Well, I want to be a voice to people to give them hope, and I want to share the medicine that I found in my life that has given me the ability to live substance abuse free and to live an abundant life, and that medicine is the drum. So when I come here to work with youth that are dealing with mental health, it's something that really touches my heart. Drumming is shown to decrease stress, increase immunity, lower blood pressure, and like within neuroscience, it affects the neuroplasticity. It crosses the cerebral cortex in our mind, and it literally opens up new neural pathways. So is the drum healing? I think that it has tens of thousands of years of evidence-based practices, right? If you imagine each one of us as a thread within a woven fabric of ancestral history, that goes back to a time when sometimes the only medicine was song, dance, and drumming. I've looked in the mirror and I've thought, how did I get so fat? How did I get so ugly? How did I get so this? How did I get so that? When I need to be asking myself, why am I so beautiful? Put your hand on your heart. Say it with me. Why am I?
Why am I
so beautiful?
so beautiful?
Why am I?
Why am I
so intelligent?
so intelligent?
Why am I?
Why am I
so awesome?
so awesome?
Now put your hands up. I didn't come here to mess around, folks. Teach you the love and gratitude song. Just like this. Love and gratitude. Say it. Love and gratitude. Good. Love and gratitude. Love and Since the very dawn of our collective cultural identity, we have used the power of drumming, singing, and dancing. Sometimes we go into the hospitals and we put the drums down in front of people, and the nurses literally will come over and say, oh, she won't play. But I'll tell you something, we don't hold the behaviors of yesterday to today.
Amen.
We do not hold the behaviors of yesterday to today. You see, I believe that there is something inside of all of us that is so incorruptible that nothing that this world can say about us can penetrate that power inside of us, huh? See? Yeah. And that part of us, I call the sacred part. And guess what? It's something that we can create today, right here for our experience, if we all do this. So everybody, put your hand in front of your mouth like me.
my freedom, right? It was my family. It was all of those things, my money, my dignity.
Yeah.
But what was it that it gave to me? And when I evaluated what it gave to me, I realized, you know what? I could find that in this here. And that's where I want to take us here today. So I was hoping somebody in our group here, maybe one of our youth, could just give us a simple beat on the drum to get us going. You gotta shake a rattle, a bell. If you can come on that table where you're sitting, come on, we need to make a voice to kind of help. Everybody shake out your fingers. Shake them to the left, shake them to the right, shake them up high, shake them down low. You do the hokey pokey. Turn yourself around. You know what I'm seeing today in these youth? People that are turning themselves around from the stigma of mental illness. Now, you know what I thought was really amazing, right? Is we were all connected to the sound of the drum, the heartbeat of the earth, many indigenous communities call it. And you know something beautiful about it is that it doesn't speak Spanish, right? The drum doesn't speak German, it doesn't speak, Athabascan, it doesn't speak Chinese. It speaks to the heart of people, it speaks to that incorruptible part of us that knows love.
drummingsounds.com.
What is it?
It has an extra N in it.
Oh, okay.
Drumming.
So that video speaks a lot to the work we do in conferences and being keynote presenters. And, we want to enable our friends out there that are looking for a business model to get into, that are looking for training to be able to do these amazing things and affect people's lives, just like us. What the video has shared with you a little bit about my past, that both my parents died of drug-related causes, and growing up the way that I grew up, I never really thought that I would have a successful business, that I would a beautiful woman in my life to share so many experiences with, to be able to travel and do all the great things that we're doing. And this business model and the practice of facilitating sacred space and drum circles has given us that. So it's definitely something that I feel myself called to share and be in more of a mentor role now. After so many years of success, I want to pass this on and help others do the same thing. So making $100 an hour, secret number one. This is really kind of our baseline when we do facilitated experiences. Of course, if we're doing corporate events, the price goes up.
This is our baseline. Typically our Monday through Friday, 4 or 5 o'clock. And it is our minimum. Our prices went up this year for our minimum event for the first time in 10 years. The minimum was raised from 100 to 125 or 150, but obviously we'll work with communities and their budget and their needs so that we can get into these places and be of service to these people. But yeah, 100 is the minimum, and weekends are more, evenings are more.
Yeah.
Team building, so like it has a lot of different layers.
It's scalable, but that baseline practice of $100 an hour really gives a person an opportunity to live a decent life, to not be overwhelmed by bills, and to actually be able to put money back into your business to really give you that lifestyle that, as a facilitator of sacred space, that value needs to be created. And that's what we've done in the Phoenix areas. We've created that value around the programs that we offer. And really learning how to create a quality program is simply about replication. And that's what we've been able to do, is create a replicatable 1-hour program that we are able to pass on and train people in. And we've successfully trained about 200 people now in this practice. So it's definitely, and we have people out there.
And it's definitely doable, and we do more, but it's definitely doable to do 5 sessions a day if you wanted to do that Monday through Friday at $100 minimum, which, as I just said, you could be a little bit higher than that, and that's $2,500 a week.
Yeah, which is
$10,000 a month.
Yeah, really good money.
And that's completely doable.
Not that it's all about the money, because
No,
you know
it
does need to be talked about, because a lot of times we get into this poverty mentality and we don't understand that, you know, you can make a difference in the world and you can live a good life, and you can really do it, you know, with these practices. And, you know, I want to encourage people to understand that we're making shifts in the community, and there is a value for what we do. So, where's the funding? You know, where's the money at? That's a big question, right? A lot of people struggle with finding corporate clients, but I can say that that's been really our bread and butter. And when I think about like corporate clients, the core group of people that we're facilitating for are in hospitals, they're in retirement communities, they're in low-income HUD housing communities, they're in skilled nursing, memory care, assisted living, all of those sorts of institutional housing complexes, and also schools, any place where there are people, really. That's the thing that's important about this business model, is that as a wellness practitioner, oftentimes we look at, okay, how can I open up a studio? How can I open up a dojo? How can I open up a gym? All of these things. And there are so many buildings that are out there that are empty and have opportunities for individuals to come in and facilitate these sorts of programs for people that are living in these communities. And it's really, you know, it's a matter of just mapping it out. You know, that's one of the things that I did at the very beginning, was I made a Google map and I pinpoint all the places that I wanted to do programs at. One of the other things that we've been able to do is find sponsorship, and that's been really amazing, is finding sponsors that really fit the core of the populations that we serve. So today, for instance, we did a program for Allwell. Allwell is a major Medicare brand that has interest in branding themselves to low-income seniors. So it's advantageous for them to come in and partner with us to do a drum circle, because the people are going to leave feeling better than when they came. And that makes them look good. And, you know, we kind of stage it in that way. You know, we set it up to convey the information about the brands that are sponsoring us. So corporate sponsorship, finding groups, looking at places where you can fit your programs in. This is all about finding the funding. Did you have something to share?
That they have a budget in the hospitals for.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah. Yeah, that's very true. So all the places that we go to have an existing budget. So it's not like we're coming to them kind of cold calling them. They know that these sorts of programs are out there. It's just a matter of many markets, many cities around the country don't even have drum circle facilitators. There's so many. In fact, there's only 2 states in the United States that Google has even registered the search for drum circle, and that's California and Florida. Every other state in the United States, no one searches for drum circle enough for Google to even register it. That's how new we are, really, to the wellness market, and also, you know, entertainment. But primarily in the wellness place, it's such a huge movement that I would say it's like yoga in the 60s or the 70s. It's really phenomenal where we're positioned at right now. So a big thing about finding the right places to find the funding for your business, it's about strategic alliance. This is what has really created and opened doors for us with Drumming Sounds, is finding the right people in the community that would benefit from seeing and participating in our programs. What kind of community organizations are out there to meet the needs of the populations that you want to serve? Both of us were raised at times by our grandparents, and we definitely have a heart for people that are in retirement communities, elders. We have a heart for people that are in institutions. Both of our parents were institutionalized. So when we go into institutions, psychiatric institutions, behavioral institutions, we definitely feel like that feeling of being there for family. You know, it's not like we look at any of the people that we serve as less than us or anything like that. It's like, you know, we're there to serve the king, you know, we're there to serve the queens, to really make a difference in the lives of people and to be a representation of beauty, hope, and humanity, and most importantly, love and gratitude. So finding those organizations, creating strategic alliances with them, that was some of the keynote presentations that we've done as a marketing vehicle for Drumming Sounds, was going out and doing the Senior Center Association, the Activity Coordinators Association, the Assisted Living Federation, the Therapeutic Recreation, the Aztec Awards, all of these organizations that would then in turn market us. It's something that really, it takes a certain perspective in order to understand the way business operates. And as stepping into that mentor role, it's definitely something that we want to help people understand how to create in their business and how to be effective out there in the community. There are so many people suffering, and it's important to realize that we can be effective, we can make a difference in the world, and we don't always have to have like great education, you know, traditional education. Now, I'm not a college graduate. Monica's not a college graduate. You know, I barely even graduated high school. And I can tell you that in life, right, it's not about always having the greatest education. It's about simply wanting to do something positive for the community.
That people don't need a college education. It's overrated.
Wow,
Something
that's
about
heavy.
how you go to, like, you're not there to learn, basically. Something like that.
Yeah, it's kind of a broken model.
Not at all a direct quote, but
yeah.
Yeah, I think it was just very thought.
Yeah, it's really true. You know, there's just information overload. You know, transformation comes in the practice. And that's one of the things about being a drum circle facilitator. It is a transformative practice. We're out there in the community making a difference in the lives of people, but most importantly, it's making a difference in our lives. So wellness-based events can be applied to almost any community. I mean, we have done programs for evangelical Christians to, yeah, like the Madonna group, which is kind of this quasi kind of witches group. I mean,
Pagan.
Yeah, pagan kind of.
Also pagan.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many different types of people that we facilitated for the whole spectrum. You know, everything from major corporations to, you know, homegrown nonprofit organizations. The Gila community, you know, like, yeah. Just so many. Like, there's just such an opportunity out there because all of the groups that you run into, whether they're nonprofit organizations, associations, businesses, community centers, hospitals, churches, schools. I mean, you pick a direction, and if you start to learn the language of that organization or that body, you're going to be successful in this business because there is just so many opportunities out there. It's just vast. I mean, honestly, it's very new, and it's an approach to wellness that a lot of people haven't understood yet. So yeah, just vast opportunities out there. So these are some of the organizations and groups that we have personally done facilitations for. This is United Healthcare. We did a team building program for them. That one team building program led into several months worth of sponsorship, and we're still getting sponsored events from them. Actually, yesterday, when was the last one? I think it was, no, I'm sorry, it was last week, Friday, we did a program for United Healthcare. And it's just, there's just so many opportunities like that out there for organizations that have the skill, or people that have the skill to go out and facilitate dynamic programs, you know. And that's one of the things that in our replicatable model, we've been able to create that vehicle for transformation, and also creating brand identity, fortifying our own brand, and really making a difference in the lives of people. So it's just a fun time to be out there facilitating circles, for sure, finding the people that need this medicine and making it happen. So, of course, there is a dialect within doing corporate wellness programs that's important to understand. Key words that you can use in creating that sort of dialect are evidence-based practice. Now, what is an evidence-based practice? Of course, drumming, singing, and dancing has, you know, since the dawn of human cultural identity, is an evidence-based practice. It's something that we have utilized all over the world to help ourselves feel better, to create community, to transform lives. And understanding that that terminology, evidence-based, means it's outcome-driven. So when I speak in terms of outcomes, I'm sharing that there's a specific outcome that's being created through the practice of drumming, singing, and dancing. And this is something that we can incorporate into the language that we utilize in talking to corporations, because what they're looking for is a return on their investment, right? What are they going to get for sponsoring a program? What are they going to get for utilizing you in their hospital? What are they going to get for utilizing your program for team building? Those areas of understanding the dialect of those corporations is going to give you the ability to find your funding source and get that $100 plus an hour that as a practitioner you really deserve in the community. So now these are the 4 pillars of a successful life that we apply in our family, and it's something that I want to share with you as secret number 4. And I think it's a little bit different than what you're going to find with most businesses out there, because most businesses that you're going to want to invest in are going to be simply about financial resource or finding a way to make money. And if that's you and you just want to make money, then I would say go invest in real estate, or go invest in the stock market, or I don't know what, you know, maybe Bitcoin, you know. But making a difference in the lives of people is having a purpose-driven life. And that's what the number 1 pillar of a successful life in our family is really about. And having purpose, going out in the community, making a difference in the lives of the people you serve. Today, we did a program for a city housing complex, low income HUD housing community. And it was just like, you know, being like a rock star in there. They're just so grateful, and mostly Spanish speaking Native Americans in this community. And it was just filled with love. I mean, like the level of reciprocity is just unmatched in my life. I can tell you that. Number 2 is travel, you know, not sitting behind a desk, not being stuck in a classroom, in a studio, in a, you know, in a corporate environment. That's what's so beautiful about this business model, is that we travel around the city all day long. We go, you know, we go up and down the West Coast every year. I mean, we spent 90 days on the road 2 summers ago, 30 days on the road last summer, traveling and going from, you know, national forest to national forest. That's something that we love. And being able to go do drum circles along the way is just, I mean, it's a lifestyle that me and Monica love to live. And it's just really a great time.
Yeah, we probably average about a week a month to travel outside of the summer.
That's true. Yeah.
Close to that, probably on average. A week a month.
Easily. Yeah.
Events and festivals and
Retreats.
Retreats, that's,
Mm-hmm.
that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, retreats, festivals,
Corporate
you know,
team
corporate team building, all of those, keynote presentation in Oklahoma, you know, in May we're gonna go do. So
Yeah, corporate team building.
yeah, corporate team building in Puget Sound, that was amazing. Yeah. So they put us up in a hotel, fed us. We were allowed to go and participate in some of the activities that they did as a corporation. Really just, you know, these opportunities open up for you. The music festival scene, you know, that's something that we really enjoy. A lot of times the music festivals don't pay us in cash, or they give us a small stipend for travel. But what they will do is give us tickets. We can then in turn use those tickets for our friends and family or sell them. We can get a vending booth space. I mean, there's just so many opportunities to really flourish in this business model. And it's something that we're definitely excited about. And then the artistic expression. And, you know, we just started singing this. It's really probably going to sound kind of cheesy, but we just started singing a Beatles song. And it's just like, it just opens my heart up so much to sing this Twist and Shout song with Monica. It sounds, you know, it sounds kind of corny, but, you know, we sing Twist and Shout, and it's like, you know, you look so good. I know, right? And we're live on Facebook. But this is, you know, this is how we get to express ourselves. We get to express ourselves and have fun, you know, and not always worry about playing music perfectly. It's not about a performance-based kind of thing. It's about us really enjoying life and connecting, yeah, and going out there in the community and making a difference. So, and then of course, you know, the financial resource. And I know that the first three secrets were based around that. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on financial resource, but understand that embedded into this business model is a financial engine. It's a way for you to make money and to live a great life. So these are just some pictures of purpose-driven life, you know, and travel. That's us in Oregon, a couple summers back. The artistic expression of creating and designing wellness-based programs. And, you know, that's something that we really have been able to kind of mold, you know, doing work with specific groups, bereavement groups, for instance, you know, getting people to emote through the drum, to play for us the way they felt when they were diagnosed, to play for us the way they felt when they found out that a loved one had passed. These are some of the things that inside of the container of creating a wellness program, you're going to find that artistic expression and validation in your practice.
So these pictures are the activity coordinator association.
Yeah.
Last year, Andrew was a keynote, and then we did a drum circle with everybody and sound healing.
Yes, super. Yeah, really amazing.
Like, this is us setting up.
Those
were my, at the time, those were my new goals. So they're broken in now.
Yeah. Goals. So we love that. We use the gong. Yeah. All kinds of. Yeah. So let me ask you a question. And, you know, the question is, this has been a lot of information, and I know you're a little bit on overload. And you're probably, you know, thinking like, oh my gosh, this sounds really great. I would love to make a difference in the world like the two of you are. Sounds like you're living an amazing lifestyle. And if I could share this with you, would you be interested in us sharing the process of how we have created a business around this concept of drumming, drum circles? So I hope that this is something that you would love to hear about. And I really believe that it's so crucial for us to get this information out there. So I'm going to share with you. So one of the major parts of our program, you know, I spent 20 years facilitating drum circles, and all through those years, I have had a learning curve, right? Learning what is the most effective way to make a difference in the community. And just like a carpenter has a hammer, right? Just like a plumber has, I don't know, a saw, okay? Yeah, right? Oh, just like a plumber. That's crack. Ah, that's a good one. Woo! Yeah, you really are. Everyone needs tools. Every single professional needs gear. Every professional needs the right gear. And this cart right here is the wrong gear. Well, it's gear that got me through doing some gigs.
Dolly?
It is. It's a dolly and side. Yeah, it was like this welded together cart that I used to throw djembes on. Yeah, actually, a friend of mine made it for me. And yeah, I mean, at one point I was turning the corner and the whole cart fell over. You know, thankfully, there wasn't somebody there. So yeah, gear is important. This is one of our facilitators. I don't know if she's on here right now, but she might have left already.
Cammy, are you still here?
Yeah, so this is Cammy RV in Idaho. She's facilitating up there. She's killing it, doing weekly drum circles, working on getting into more retirement communities, more hospitals. Been checking in with her periodically, and she's doing really great things. So yeah, excited about Cammy's business.
Cammy was here with us for January.
Yeah, in January.
Beginning part of January.
Yeah, came back, and in 2 days booked a paid gig. So it was pretty amazing. In Idaho Falls is where she's at. So I'm going to talk a little bit about drums and equipment. So this is the ideal set for starting and launching a drum circle facilitation business. This is the drums that you are going to need, the mallets you're going to need. This is the basic set that we use every day in facilitating drum circles. So that's 18 tubanos. That's these drums right here in the middle, the black ones.
They stack together. They nest, so that all three of those will go in and create one unit. And so that the set will come with 6 of those, so 18 total, correct?
Yes, 18 total tubanos.
Yeah, of the black ones.
Yes, and then the 3 deep bass drums, the Bahia bass drums, which add a whole other layer of musicality to your program. And then we're going to give you the frame drums, which are
So
great for
that's-
laps.
The Bahia, the red ones, that all stacks together too. That's one unit again, and it'll be one set of that.
Mhm.
And that's going to be your bass, your heartbeat for the whole circle.
Exactly. So
Pulse.
27 drums here that really can make a difference. And that is like the ideal program. Generally, we're facilitating under that, but all of this equipment gives you the opportunity to do a group of people that's over 25 people. So
And the smaller frame drums also.
yeah, and there's some games that we play with those that are really
It's
fun.
also nice if you have people with disabilities that can't have the. Sometimes it's challenging to get a tubano up close to them, and
Yeah.
you can give them a lap drum is what we call them, but a frame drum.
Yeah, frame drum. A little quick story about that is we did a program for the VA, and they brought this veteran out, and he was in a bed, the recreation therapist. So they basically said he's not going to participate, he's just going to listen. And I looked at the guy and I said, well, if you would like to participate, or I said, would you like to participate? And he nodded. I said, if I can make it happen for you. So I took one of the frame drums and I hung it on the metal bar that was over his bed. He didn't have any arms or legs. They'd been blown off in Afghanistan. And I ended up putting a stick in his mouth and he played the drum with his head. And it was rad. He like sat there and played and felt like he was contributing to the group. It was pretty nice. So the small percussion that we're going to give you, this is the shakers, rattles, and bells. So 24 egg shakers, the small wooden frogs, 3 of those, and the agogo bells. Now this is some small percussion that you can use in creating games, in creating texture for the drum circle. It's really an amazing set of small percussion. Now, this is something that we've added into our drum circle facilitation that I feel is really a key part of our facilitation model, and that is the use of the gong, the chimes, the Tibetan singing bowl, and the Native American flute. And practicing with these instruments has really created a texture and a meditative experience. Some people call this a sound healing instruments, but this core setup that we've created has really added so much value to our program, and definitely something that we would like to be able to train you in and to give you the understanding of how you can implement these sounds into your drum circle and really make a difference in people's lives.
Right, so that's the Native American flute, the gong, the Tibetan singing bowl, and the chimes. And we play that at the last 15 minutes of every hour circle that we do.
Yeah, and Monica usually is the one that plays the gong, the chimes, and the bowl. And I'll do the flute, and then I just get to rest because I'm usually the one that's talking the majority of the program. So it just gives me a space just to receive, and it's just so awesome, you know, to listen to those sounds and to be on that receiving role. So it feels so good. Now, where are you going to bring it? How are you going to get it into the hospital? How are you going to get it into the corporate gig? Ta-da! And this thing is a tank. You know, me and Monica have had the same rock and roller cart now for years, and that thing has been through, gosh, countless music festivals, countless drum circles, over mountains,
Absolutely.
yes, down through valleys. We pulled that thing up a hill, dirt hill. I mean, crazy how strong this thing is. Many drum circles, thousands music festivals. Yeah, so we definitely, you know, are fans of the rock and roller cart. It is a vital component. It folds into itself, so it makes it like, if you, whatever vehicle you have, you can get this thing in there, pull it out, load your drums on, and get to the gig. We keep all of our drums on the cart, and we actually roll it into the back of our van, which is another level, right, of comfort and ease. And is definitely something that we can show you how we make that happen as well. So the equipment that we've created, the package for the equipment, this is a retail price, is $4,273. This is, if you were just to buy the gear that we've set up here online, that's without shipping costs, some of it, what you're going to pay. The bulk of that is, of course, the drums, but we're actually facilitators. Well, I'm an artist with Remo, so I get some really good deals on some of their instruments. And yeah, it's pretty amazing. The effectiveness of this package is really, yeah, it's just the best that we've found in all the years of doing schools. So now, what would you do if you were just given this? Yeah, that's the fallen cart, right? This is the perfect equipment. That's not the equipment you want to have. You know,
do not want the, look how angry they are.
You do not want the drums to fall on Betty. You know, and my first cart actually was even worse than this. It was literally a grocery cart that had the basket removed. So bad. Yeah, I still have that too. Yeah, I still have that too in the backyard. I'll have to take a picture of that sometime and show you guys. So, it is. It works really good for chairs now. So we don't want to just leave you with the equipment and say, go out and facilitate. We know that what we do is, it's a lot more, right? It's a business. And in order to be effective at anything, you can do two routes. You can go and do it on your own, and you can bump your head and you can skin your knee. And that's what we did. You know, I spent 20 years perfecting this business, and I want to share that wealth of knowledge with you in a training, but not just a training, an actual on-the-job transformational experience here in Phoenix, Arizona, in which you're going to come out and stay with us. You're going to eat with us. You're going to hang out with us. You're going to go and do drum circles with us in facilities, in skilled nursing communities, in senior centers, all of the different places that we go and facilitate. Over those 5 days, you may do anywhere from 10 to 15 circles, depending on how busy the week is. So that sort of immersion into the process is going to give you an effective platform for going back to your community and launching your business. So also another part of the process is learning the sales calls, going and meeting with the people that do hiring, getting a feel for the languaging, listening in as I do cold calls. All of that is going to be a part of those 5 days. And this is really the dream for me, and the dream for Monica was, how do we maintain doing drum circles here in Phoenix and help people launch businesses? The majority of the people who are out there that are doing drum circle facilitation training are going to around the country and training people, around the world and training people. And that's a great model, but there's so much that you miss in not actually doing the circles. So I know I paid tens of thousands of dollars for my trainings in drum circle facilitation. And this is one of the key components that was left out. And that's why this is a very limited opportunity. We're not trying to bring the whole world to our home in Phoenix, Arizona. It's a screening process, and we need to get to know you. But this is available if you are the right person, and it's a good fit for us.
So we're also going to be doing some, basic rhythm teaching and a little bit of a drum class, and the Native American flute class, and a sound healing class to get you better prepared for those portions of the circle. And the real life sales call was very valuable to Cami. I don't think she's still on here, but one of our clients that's gone through this training, partway through this training, she still has 9-10 months or something of the calls and stuff, which will be up on the next screen.
The extended coaching calls.
The extended coaching calls. But that was really beneficial for her, the sales calls, learning the vocabulary, and also learning to express her needs in the conversation, and to her asks. What is it that she needs to get out of that? What is the hourly? What are the parameters that she's comfortable with? How many people? Just her ask. All of the things that were in need for her. That was very valuable for her. I think that was one of her favorite parts.
Yeah, I've just seen her eyes light up when we were able to do that. Yeah, it was very powerful.
Yeah.
So the drum circle facilitation training, again, we've been facilitating, or we've been training people. Now we've trained close to 200 people in our drum circle facilitation model. And that's going to be a part of what we're going to give to you inside of the package that we've created.
This is our 5th year
in
the drum circle facilitation. And it's been amazing.
It's really amazing. So the drums, $3,382. The percussion, $90. The sound healing equipment, $551. The rock and roller, $250. The one-on-one training, $5,000. The total, $9,273. That's the package that we've created, but there's some other components that we thought would really help you in your business that we want to give to the package, just to make sure that you're that more successful. And that is,
but wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. So with the training that you're going to receive, we're also setting up industry-specific online coaching. And this is going to come with 12 sessions of online coaching calls. We're going to go over branding, business development, life coaching, really breaking down the barriers, sometimes having somebody to root you on and cheer you and pat you on the back while you're going through the struggles of launching a business. That is probably one of the most important. I know that there was so many times in my life where before I met Monica and I really had that foundation and that support, that I felt like throwing in the towel, and with us behind you and helping you and supporting you through the coaching, through the online sessions, this is going to be that added sort of value for when you get back from Phoenix and you go into your own community, you know that you're not alone and that we're here to help support you in creating a successful drum circle facilitation business. So the gear, the Phoenix training, the 5 days in Phoenix, the one-on-one coaching, the total for that is $12,873. And this is really about creating a vehicle that we know is going to sustain you and it's going to help your business. The necessary tools that you're going to get while you're in Phoenix, implementing it into your own community is where that coaching comes in, and that follow through and making sure that you're successful in what you're doing.
So this picture is where is that? What is it?
Paseo Abierta. No, this is Casa Pedro.
It's Casa Pedro.
Yeah.
This is, these are seniors in low-income housing that Maricopa County Public Health sends us out to, and we've been dealing with them for about 1.5 years, maybe now 2 years since we've been doing programs for Maricopa County.
Yeah, so we're actually a public or a medical intervention, healthcare intervention into the lives of low-income HUD housing, seniors living in low-income HUD housing.
Doing 6 different communities a month.
Yeah.
In all over the valley.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a primarily Spanish-speaking community. Several of them are. So we're getting better at our Spanish.
For sure. And we
Better.
just love working with these guys. It's an amazing group of
Just
people.
look at them.
Yeah, so much love. So included in that, we're going to go and we're bringing together a group of professionals that are living the lifestyle, creating businesses around the country, around the world, and we're bringing those guests onto our online platform for an exclusive Facebook Live and a Zoom informative session where you're going to be able to come on and listen to them and ask questions to them. We're going to interview them in their business. And this is another added incentive to your business model. It's really priceless because you're going to get a lot of information from us, but going out into the community and finding those key individuals. We have so many friends that are successful drum circle facilitators from around the country. I was just a presenter at the Drum Circle Facilitators Guild, and people came from all over the world to participate in the Drum Circle Facilitators Conference. So I feel like those resources are something that I want to bring to you. And this is another bonus with the business model, or those 12 once-a-month sessions with key industry professionals. We're also going to work with people that do the hiring and executive directors of the nonprofits and the for-profit organizations that we work for. Huge resource right there of information. So with the online interviews, with the 12 coaching sessions, with the Phoenix training and the gear, you're looking at a price tag of $14,073. And that is amazing savings right there. That value is really, I mean, what kind of business can you launch for less than $100,000? There's not very many. I mean, I was a carpet cleaner, and I can tell you that it was $60,000 to start my carpet cleaning business. So very inexpensive.
And this picture is the Guadalupe Senior Center in Guadalupe.
We love these guys too.
Spanish speaking primarily. We used to be funded to go and programs with them by the area agency.
Yeah.
Did I say that right?
Area Agency on Aging.
On Aging, yeah. And they canceled the funds. And we looked for a long time for someone to allow us to go back in there. This group of people was so sad when we had to stop going there. I mean, just tears, cards and tears, and it broke our heart.
Yeah.
So we looked for funding and finally found it, and Maricopa County has us going out there once a month again. So it's really wonderful to be back in that community.
For sure. So one of the things that we want to do is expand and do trainings in other communities. So, we're looking at potentially 10 businesses that we would want to launch in the next year and a half, maybe 2 years. And the things that we want to do is we want to be able to go to your community and help build community as expert facilitators. And it opens up an opportunity to create a program. And inside of that training program, we're giving a profit share for 5 years once you partner with us as a business owner. So everything outside of our expenses, our travel expenses, the advertising for the program, and the cost of the facility to host the training, everything outside of that, we're going to give you 50% of. And I know that in our trainings, we've averaged $2,500 to $5,000. So it could add up to, potentially $10,000 profit for you, even more, depending on how many people come to the training. So we wanted to throw that in as another incentive to help you be successful in your business. So with that added to the business, with the gear at $4,273, the one-on-one training here in Phoenix at $5,000, the online coaching at $600, the expert training at $1,200, the training in the community, the partnership for the training programs in your community, you're looking at a price tag of $24,073. Still way under the average cost to launch a business, and to be honest with you, way under, you know what? I hate it when I say to be honest with you, because it's not like I'm not being honest, right? I mean, everything that I'm saying to you is from my heart and it's 100% honest. I just am in that space sometimes where I use that terminology, and I'm really trying to practice not sharing that, but I'm being a little bit vulnerable with you here. The price tag of $24,000, when it's compared to learning yoga or going to a wellness-based college, that is still very, it's very economically competitive, sure. So I know friends of mine that have graduated with a massage degree, with a life coaching degree, and they're, $30,000 in debt. So, yep, that's Lucidity. That's our picture of drumming at Lucidity, and that was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, yeah. And wow, I have the same shirt on. No way! Oh my gosh. No, I think that was 2 years ago. Yeah, I don't think this shirt is that old. But I do. I'm not sure. I really am not sure.
We've done a lot of Lucidity.
We have Lucidity. So music festivals. We love music festivals. We go to music festivals usually once a month. It's a part of our business model. We want to bring you out to the festivals, to the retreats, and we want to show you how we're making money and how we're facilitating schools for these music festivals. So that's another training. Oftentimes we can get you a reduced price ticket or a free ticket, depending on what the training is, or depending on what the music festival is. So another added incentive, it's a 5-year commitment on our part to make sure that you're a part of those festivals and to go and help us out, to do the things that we're doing at the music festivals. So this package, $4,273 for the gear, the one-on-one training in Phoenix, $5,000, the online coaching, that's when you get back to your community, you have 12 tools that you can use. We're gonna help you build your brand, all of those things, $3,600. The expert training from industry professionals, that's the Zoom call. I'm sourcing individuals from community here in town or also all over the world to give you that added insight. That's $1,200 in value. The training partnership in your community, which could add a $10,000 incentive to your business model. And then the music festival training, $3,000. So the price total package, $27,073 in value. Now, I'm not going to ask you to pay $27,073, although in comparison, it is very competitive to launching a business, to getting an education in the wellness industry, and really, to be honest with you, to lean on the 20 years of expertise that we have in our model and the expertise that me and Monica share as a partnership in drumming sounds. It's priceless for you. Do you want to share something?
I was going to talk about the picture.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sharing all these pictures.
Yeah.
And there's some really cool stuff going on.
It
in
is,
these
yeah.
pictures. So this is a men's retreat that Aaron asked to go do a couple circles at, I think last fall.
Yeah.
I think about fall. So he got paid to go do that. He also got to part of the retreat, a very expensive retreat.
Yeah.
For 3 or 4 days, and it was his first men's retreat actually that he was a part of. And look, he's just sitting there playing drums with the guys, and he had a great time, and he got paid to go.
Yeah, and there was the certified health nut. Troy Casey was there. Mick Dodge, who is the Barefoot Sensei, he has a History Channel or Discovery Channel television show. There was like countless MMA guys there, and yeah, it was really rad. You know, it was a great bonding experience with a lot of guys that I'm gonna, you know, remember those relationships for the rest of my life. So it was big fun, and got paid and got to travel, and yeah, it was great.
Even
Yeah, I took 2 friends with me as well in the Kern River Valley, and it all was hopefully leading to in May. Or no, April. Yeah, so that was great. So to add to the program, we're going to give you the sales script. Now, we're giving you for free for listening to this, but that is the added value if you were to go out and hire a professional company to write you a sales script. I've researched it, and $3,500 is basically a roundabout estimate for a professional sales script. Now, this is a cold calling sales script that you would get for a telemarketing company, basically. It's going to give you information. It's going to have plug-in for you to use this sales script and make money. We're giving it to you free today, but if you were to go and try and source that, you could pay upwards of $3,500 for something that's proven what we've created. So the total package now, the gear, the one-on-one training, the online coaching, the expert training, the partnership and trainings for your community, the music festival training, the sales script, $30,573. Still very competitive when it comes to launching a business or getting a wellness-based college degree education, life coaching, yoga, even Tai Chi or sound healing. So it's still a very competitive model at that price, but that's not what we're going to ask you to pay for the business. The price, the bottom line price that we are offering this package at is $9,997. That gets you all of what we've mentioned, and it gives you the opportunity to launch your successful business. So thank you so much for staying with us today. If you have questions about this awesome opportunity, please reach out to us. Please DM us. Reach out to us through drummingsounds.com or Drumming Sounds on Facebook or Drumming Sounds official page on Instagram. Wherever you're seeing this video, just connect with us, and we would love to answer your questions. It's very limited the amount of people that we're going to bring on for this. We feel like these are lifetime partnerships that we're creating, and it's just very personal in how we're creating the business opportunity. So thank you all so much for sharing with us, and we look forward to answering any questions. Do you have something before we close?
No, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
How do you, are we able to put this on?
Oh, it's recording
Are
pause.
we able to put this on the screen?
It says we had 2 people on there.
Let me see.
I don't know.